Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to study about periodic trends in atomic size. This topic is under CBSE Standard 10 syllabus from the 5th chapter, Periodic Classification of Elements. Earlier we have discussed modern periodic table, and in that we have discussed how we have arranged all the elements according to their increasing order of their atomic number. That means I have mentioned here 3 periods. First period, second period and third period. So till 20 we have to remember all the elements' name, their atomic number, their electronic distribution weight and their valencies, and which kind of ions they will generate, whether they will generate positive ion or negative ion. All those information we can derive from atomic number and electronic distribution. If you have any doubt regarding any of this concept, then please check my previous videos based on valency and combining capacity, video about modern periodic table. Then only you will get to know that how we have arranged element in specific way. Then come back to this video. In trends category, we are going to learn the specific pattern of elements. If we are choosing the atomic size, then whether atomic size is increasing or decreasing across the period or across the group, then we will see that, we will understand that, and we will understand the scientific reason behind that why this kind of certain pattern we are observing in periodic table when we are arranging them in increasing order of their atomic number. Trends means a certain specific property of the elements which is repeating after certain elements, and we can see that it is increasing slowly while we are going from left to right, and it is decreasing slowly across the group. All these parameters we will study in trends. So in trends we are going to mainly study 3 trends. First is atomic size, then valency, then metallic and non-metallic character, and under metallic and non-metallic character we will also study the losing of electron. So all these trends we are going to study in coming videos. Here today we are going to discuss about atomic size. So the first thing is we have to understand how we have arranged the elements in our periodic table. So this I have mentioned here 3 periods, and in this is a first period. This is a second period. This is third period. Now we know that what all horizontal lines are there, we term them periods, and what all vertical lines or vertical columns are there, we term them as groups. So here I have mentioned 3 periods and total 8 groups I have mentioned here. Here we have not included metalloids and we have not included transition metal elements. So in the first period, the one electron is there, that is for hydrogen, and that period will be completed with helium. So in first period there are only 2 elements, hydrogen and helium, and with this our K shell is completely filled. We know that we have 4 different orbitals, and what are their capacities? K shell's capacity is 2, S shell's capacity is 8, and M shell's capacity is 18, but we cannot put more than 8 electron in outermost shell. So in turn, in M shell we can put maximum 8 electrons. So here this we are talking about first shell, that is K shell, and it is completely filled when the first period will get over. This is our element, and in first K shell 1 electron is there, and when we reach here in helium, in first K shell there are 2 electrons. So outermost shell is completely filled in first period. Now coming back to second period, here the second orbital has started because the first shell is completely filled. Now we are coming here in second orbit. So in second orbit 1 electron is there. So here one electron I am mentioning in second orbit. As we are going towards right hand side, here let me put 2 electrons. You can see here that as we are going from left to right, the 1 electron is being added to the outermost shell. So here the K shell is completely filled. So we have to put electron in L shell. Now here in L shell, lithium's atomic number is 3. So 2 and 1. We have kept here 1 electron. Going forward, here the beryllium's atomic number is 4. So we have kept here 2 and 2. So slowly, one by one, valence electrons are increasing. You can see here as we are going from left to right. And that we are keeping in valence orbital. Now what is the meaning of valence orbital? The outermost shell of element is known as valence orbital, and the electrons present in the valence orbital is known as valence electron. So this L shell is completely filled when we will reach till noble gas. This is neon, this is noble gas, and there are 8 complete electron in L shell. So here if we will draw a structure of neon, then it is something like this. The 8 complete electron will be there. So there are 8 electrons in neon and L shell is completely filled. So as we are going from left to right, 1 electron is being added to the same shell, to the valence shell. So here I am writing 1 electron is added to the same shell. This is important. This is the trend. As we are going from left to right, 1 electron is added to the same shell. Now here let us check the behavior in third period. So here the L shell is completely filled. So now if we want to put more electrons, then we are going to the third shell, and that is M shell. So here if we are drawing an orbital structure of sodium, then it is something like this with 3 orbitals, and in third orbit 1 electron is there. So here the valence orbit is M shell. Here when we will reach at the last element, the complete M shell will be filled. Let us see how. So see this. Here first 2 shell is completely filled. So for sodium there are 11 electrons. So I have kept 1 electron in its valence shell, that is the last shell M. As we are going from left to right, 1 electron is being added to the valence shell, and once we are reaching till argon, the valence shell is completely filled with 8 electrons. So here the K shell has started, it is completely filled with helium. Here the L shell has been started, and that is completely filled once we are reaching at noble gas. And here the M shell has started, and M shell has been completely filled when we are reaching till argon. So here also the 1 electron is being added to the same shell as we are going from left to right. Now what about the atomic size? So as we are going from left to right, the atomic size will decrease. Why it will decrease? Because see here, in same shell the electrons are being added up. So what will happen when we will go from left to right? The more electrons and more protons are coming in atoms. So the more number of electrons when we are adding in the same shell like this. In the one shell we are keep on adding more and more electrons. So when we are reaching towards the right hand side, the more electrostatic force will be there and nuclear charge will increase from left to right. So the nuclear charge will pull the electron towards the nucleus. So the atomic size will decrease as we will go from left to right. What is the reason behind that? As we are going from left to right, one electron is being added to the same shell. So the nuclear charge will increase. As the nuclear charge will increase, the nuclear charge will pull electron towards the nucleus. So the atomic size will decrease as we will go from left to right. Now let us see the pattern. What will happen when we will go from top to bottom or across the group? What we have discussed is from left to right, or we can also say that this is across the period. So across the period the atomic size will decrease. That also means that the size of nitrogen is smaller than the size of carbon. The size of oxygen is smaller than the size of nitrogen. That is the meaning of across the period and while going from left to right. Now let us study the pattern of atomic size while we are going from top to bottom or across the period. Now you can see here that one electron is there in valence shell in one particular group. Let us take this one group and this is our second group. So we are taking this group first. So here one electron is there in valence shell, one electron is there in valence shell, and here also one electron is there in valence shell. Let us check the second group. 2 electron in valence shell, 2 electron in valence shell. That means when we are going top to bottom, what will happen? That we are keep on adding up the orbitals and the valence electron will remain same. See here, only one orbit, but the valence electron is 1, valence electron is 1, valence electron is 1. But here one orbit is there, here 2 orbitals are there, and here 3 orbitals are there. So as we are going from top to bottom, the orbitals are added up. We are adding one orbit to the element, but the valence electron will remain same. The orbitals which are inside, they are completely filled. So we are here focusing on valence electron. So the valence electron will remain same across the group. And we are adding one orbital to the element as we are going from top to bottom. Now here what will happen? As we are going from top to bottom or across the group, the atomic size will increase. Why atomic size will increase? Because here we are keep on adding up the orbitals. So the distance from the nucleus will increase continuously as we are going from top to bottom. Here also the nuclear charge will increase because electrons are increasing. So nuclear charge will increase, but the distance will overcome this nuclear charge. So across the group, the atomic size will increase. And while going left to right or across the period, the atomic size will decrease. Let us write this in point-wise manner and understand this. So let us write this way and compare what will happen across the period and across the group. Across the period means left to right horizontally, and across the group means top to bottom and through the vertical column. Now here when we are going from left to right, what will happen? The one electron is being added to the same shell. Here like this, if 1-2 shell is there, in second period I am talking about, then as we are going from left to right, we are keep on adding in one shell all the electrons one by one. Across the group what will happen? The valence electron will remain same, but one orbital will be added. So like this, here if we are talking about the first group, then here, so one shell, one electron, 2 shell, the one electron as valence electron, and at the third element what will happen? 3 orbitals will be there, and in the last shell 1 electron will be there. So valence electron will remain same, but one orbital will be added. So here it will be K shell and then L shell and M shell will be there. Here we are talking about the valence shell. So this is the basic difference between across the period and across the group. Now what will happen to atomic size? As we are going from left to right, the nuclear charge will increase, and as a result the atomic size will decrease. Now why it will happen like that? Because the nuclear charge will pull electron towards the nucleus. So that's why atomic size will decrease. Now what will happen across the group? Top to bottom, nuclear charge will increase. Nuclear charge is there in across the group also, and it will increase also. But along with that, as I have shown here, the distance from the nucleus will also increase. So that distance will overcome the nuclear charge. So that this is important point. That distance will overcome the nuclear charge and atomic size will increase. So as you are going from top to bottom, the atomic size will increase, and as you are going from left to right, the atomic size will decrease.